Folks, welcome back to So Bad It's Good. Let's have some fun today. Now, this gentleman was on the podcast a couple weeks ago, and we got so much great feedback. And I got to tell you, I am so sometimes bored with covering these shows by myself. So thank God he agreed to do this with me once again, even though he does cover Summer House on his show, Dumpster Dive. But what else? He's also covering America's Next Top Model. We just had that 3-part docuseries on Netflix, but he's covering that and a bunch of other things America's Next Top Model related. We're trying to get him to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. So if you're watching this on YouTube, make sure you're subscribed to his channel as well. But if you're just listening to this, make sure you subscribe to Dumpster Dive, the one and only Tom Hamlett. Welcome back.
Thanks for having me back. I'm happy to be the Summer House correspondent here. So.
Yeah, listen, there's you make summers fun because I have to tell you, this episode there was so many bad vibes.
The vibes were bad, but there were some really funny moments though built with it. Like, I feel like all of the surrounding characters were like trying to just have a hee hee ha ha while there's a marriage crumbling in the corner.
And by the way, the marriage is fully crumbling. There's no, if anybody is shocked that they're separated right now, you are not watching the same show that we're watching, because it is so obvious, and you want to shake the shit out of Kyle sometimes.
Yeah, of course. He when he gets backed into a corner, he says some of the most vile things to her, and it really
yes.
We talked about this a couple weeks ago, but I'm not like a Kyle hater. Like, I like him for the show.
I think
I've met him in person, and he's very nice.
He's great.
But bro, what are you doing?
I've had sex with Kyle, and he's amazing.
Tell me all about it, Ryan.
I know listen, obviously these two people are not meant for each other at this time. And the only sad thing is, though, you're watching Amanda think of herself in ways that are less than, and I think that's the sad thing, is psychologically, it seems like Amanda's not in a great place. And Kyle is trying to make all these excuses for, really, at the end of the day, is his behavior. Now, do you think this isn't full Scandaball, but there are elements of Scandaball in here, and in the kind of thought of he feels like he's losing his youth or something. He's like, I'm not going to feel attractive ever again, dude. Like, there's something in there that's very Sandoval to me.
Yeah, like him DJing is Sandoval's like buying the motorcycle with the sidecar situation. Like, they're both in the middle. Well, Jack said it too. I think a lot of these guys have had these like midlife crises. I hope I don't have one. Have I had one? I'm trying to think if I'm going to have one.
I have a feeling you don't actively know if you're in a midlife crisis. I feel like you don't actively know, because you would actually laugh at yourself potentially. And I do, I realize that this man has like a business that he's really trying to save or to like sell eventually. So I know he has a lot of stress, but I kept saying throughout this episode, I'm like, have you tried to stop drinking? Have you just tried?
I see, but I don't even think the drinking. I think Amanda's pointing the drink. I think she's claiming drinking is the problem. I think the problem is he just needs attention, and so he just goes to these environments where they're alcohol focused. So he's just like drinking nonstop in a social environment. But I think the real problem is I don't think he's like a narcissist, but like he's like just obsessed with this. He just needs people. He needs people around him. Me, the darkest moment of this episode was the cardboard cutouts, Ryan.
That's the saddest moment for you. For me, that's my dream, to have a bunch of cardboard friends around me. Like, I was like, oh my God, I wish I could afford to have all the cast of Summer House as cardboard standees. Because it's just like that. To me, that was fun, and that was great. Like,
no, it's fun.
It's Carrot Top level prof comedy, where the whole group got involved with the cardboard standees.
But the line that he was like, I bought these so the club never looks like there's no one in it. And I'm like, wait, that sentence is really troubling.
Yeah. I was scared that he was going to do voices for the standees. Like, Amanda's like, you got a big dick, Kyle. I love you. You should DJ nonstop, Kyle. Like, I thought he was going to start doing voices. I love that Carl got scared with seeing him and Lindsay. Like, he was like, oh my God, I thought that was Lindsay for a second.
Carl was in true Uncle Carl form this episode, I found.
Well, you've got to make sure those cardboard standees are dusted off. You got to proper care on those standees.
Who wants
Um,
bagels? That was my favorite line from last week.
I want to be in the mix this summer. I'll tell you that much.
I'm going out tonight. I'm going out tonight. Who's going out tonight?
Yeah. Guys, I had 3 sugar-free Red Bulls. I'm a wild man. Well, Rebecca, we were talking we were talking on the way to go see the hospital for the baby. We did a hospital tour, and this is what we talk about. But she was saying, and I kind of agree with her, is that we finally have one man on Bravo that has tried to do all the necessary steps to change his life in a positive way. And
Mhm.
it's like Carl did put up deservedly with a lot of shit involving how elements of the Lindsay relationship was handled. But it's really nice. You can kind of hold him up as a shining example of maybe he's a little nerdy, maybe he's like a little goofy, but like here's somebody that's actively trying and it seems like succeeding for the most part in being a normal human being.
Yeah, he's I think that's why he's coming across so funny though, is because like he's seemingly the most normal around some of the kookiest of straight men.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, it's I mean, and at a certain point, like, we were, at a certain point, it's like, I do wonder with all of these guys, like, at a certain point, you know, it's like I've been to a lot of bars in my day. At a certain point, you do get to the point of, like, well, that's just another bar. You know, it's like, "Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
I've done that." Like, these people
Yeah.
are still out there giving their alls to going out on the weekends in the Hamptons.
I think though the show fuels it. Like I feel like they feel like untouchable. They're like the summer house kids are out. Like people want to go be out. I don't know. I think once the cameras are down, is Carl really out in these streets at night like that? I don't know.
No. Well, do you ever get that when they get back to the house at 3 in the morning and they're making mac and cheese in the kitchen, I get personally exhausted while I'm watching it going like, "Oh, guys, we had a long night. We should like, it's time to let's wrap it up."
Yeah, it could not be me. At 3 a.m., I see 3 a.m. maybe twice a year, maybe.
You know, no, I get worried for them. I'm like, "This isn't gonna do well for you guys in the morning." Like, you gotta and I wanna I have we ever actively seen somebody have, like, the worst hangover on Summer House? I'm trying to recall.
I That's funny. I don't know.
Like, I feel like we
One of the
should see
boys.
somebody have, like, a really bad hangover.
Yeah, like, we've seen housewives keeled over in Sprinter vans puking, like,
Yes,
but we haven't seen. You're right, we haven't really seen, like, but you know what? These are professionals, and I think they just keep it flowing, to be honest with
but
you, on the weekends in the summer.
yeah, I just feel like it's almost unprofessional. I feel like it's irresponsible of the production company and Bravo to not show us the darker side of binge drinking
Of binge
sometimes.
drinking.
Yeah, like, why don't we ever see somebody in deep pain? I don't understand.
Well, a marriage is falling apart because of it, so
Yeah, that's it. No, that's nothing, Tom. I wanna see real pain. Okay,
I don't.
before we fully get into the episode, though, America's Next Top Model, we had that reality check inside America's Next Top Model. Did you have some overall thoughts on it? Like, were you satisfied? I felt like it coulda gone 2 more episodes at least.
Yeah, I mean, for me, that show is like a formative show for me. That's the show that I watched nonstop when I was a kid, which is shocking and disturbing in its own right. But like,
Did you
I
really?
just
What
was.
did you as a kid, what did you think? Did you think tacky, or were you like, "Oh god, every minute of this I totally buy?"
Well, I mean, I think part of it. I think part of the reason I love the show was because it was a show that, like, I got to see gay people on, which was
Yeah.
like, I was like, "Oh, this feels like a safe space." And then also, like, I thought women were beautiful, not in the way that I then understood as wanting to marry them, but wanting to just worship the divas, you know what I mean? So, it just brought out amazing female characters. I loved learning about the fashion industry, and the drama was, like, low. The drama I didn't care about. I more just loved, like, the shoots, all of the shoots, the
Yeah.
challenges, the runways, like, that was so cool to me. So, the show was formative for me. I could have I could have had, like, an episode on every cycle. Like, that's how much information
Yeah.
I wanna learn about the show. And there's no way they could have done that, but, I mean, my big takeaway is that how Tyra said yes to it I still wanna know how that contract got put on
Why?
her table and why she said yes, because she sat in that chair looking like Inspector Gadget and said
Yep.
absolutely nothing. She said
Gave us nothing.
nothing.
And also, like, was she presented in saying this documentary was like a celebration? So when she was asked a tough question about like Jay, and she just said, "You know what? I'm not going to talk about that." Like, I feel like there's no pushback. There's no like, "Well, that's what we're here to talk about." It's like we would actually love for you to talk about your relationship. Like, I'm curious how prepped she was on this, or they already prepped her and she just said, "Oh yeah, I won't talk about that, but I'll say it on camera."
I think they were smart and didn't tell her who all was involved, maybe. Like, I think she probably
Yeah.
knew that Mr. and Mr. and Miss J were there, and I think she knew Nigel was there. I don't think she knew the extent of the contestants that were gonna be interviewed, so I feel like she thought she could get away with just being like, "Yeah, I don't think that was good, but it happened. It was the times when in regards to Danielle getting her tooth gap closed." But and I thought she
Shandy.
could I thought she could get away with the Shandy. I think she thought she could get away with saying, like, "I wasn't that involved with it," because, like, that's a production issue, even though
You're
they
the
associate
executive
they
producer of the
yeah,
show.
she's the EP, yeah. But I don't think she knew Shandy was gonna sit there and give her real life, true recollection of events that happened that night. It just makes Tyra look like an enabler, and when they show that scene of that was in the show, of the next day where Tyra sits down and has lunch with them and essentially like sets Shandy up to be like, you cheated on your boyfriend. I thought that was like so sinister. I mean, I do remember watching that when it was on and being like, this didn't, I remember feeling icky about that. And it's crazy that it was put on television. And Ken Mock and her had no sorries to say. They had not one apology in the
No.
whole thing.
Well, I was thinking about that too from like, to have that show, she said that UPN was the last network they pitched to that actually picked it up. And for Tyra to have a show that ended up being successful, that was, a Hail Mary that actually ended up working. And there were only so many people like Tyra executive producing their own reality competition series. So in a sense, you're like, you go, girl. And my question was, does there have to be pain involved to make some sort of success? Like, is this just the cost of success? And are we judging this differently because it's a woman rather than if a man? If Mark Burnett was talking about Survivor and all of the insanity and 50 seasons of Survivor, would we be judging this less harshly if it was a man?
Well, for your first question, I would say I think there's always going to be sacrifice when it comes to like some sort of level of success. I just think that
Yeah.
probably is going to happen. So I think she had to sacrifice for her. I think she sacrificed pretty much all of her integrity, which is really fucked up. But like that's just kind of how it appears. Like she just seems to have no integrity for like the structure for the
But
show.
she can pay her bills. Yeah.
But she can pay her bills now. And then, I think what makes it different for this than it does for a show like Survivor, like they mentioned Les Moonves in this stock, which I thought that was actually really interesting that
Yeah.
he had some hand in all this. And um, you expect these higher ups to be, not great in general. Like I think that just is not that surprising. What's hard about Tyra is like she was one of these girls, and her initial premise was to be a mentor and to like create a safe space to help this new talent become something. And so that's what I think is a bummer, is that while that maybe was the intention for like the first season, quickly
Yeah.
the
It changed
appeal
into
of
something else.
Hollywood, the appeal of like ratings, the appeal of like execs opinions, like that becomes more important than your initial premise, which was to like to help these girls learn about what it's like to be a model in the modeling industry. And but also the modeling industry is fucked up. So I do understand
Yeah.
here and there like the thing. I'm not saying I support her. I just say like I understand why she thought she needed to be harsh sometimes, because like that's how she was treated. But there's ways to go about all this that could have been better. And to put a pin in all of it, it's crazy that this whole thing, seemingly the reason she signed on was just to promote the
Season 25.
25th cycle of America's
That's like
Next Top Model.
Folks, imagine if edibles just made you feel good instead of too high. Yeah, we're talking about our friends over at Lumi today. Consistent, mellow, and super delicious, Lumi gummies are specifically designed to make you feel good, not stoned. Whether you're looking for an end of the day de-stressor, a midday mood boost, or help getting the best sleep ever, Lumi gummies has a strain that's right for you. So for me, if you listen to the show, you know I have trouble sleeping. And so Lumi gummies, they're amazing. They sent me some and they are incredible. I particularly like the Rainbow Sherbet Indica. It's an indica gummy that melts away tension while keeping your mind clear and your spirits lifted. And it has like this amazing taste. It's like zesty orange, lime, and summer berries for a refreshing, sweet tart finish. I feel like I'm on Top Chef when I talk about their gummies, but they have something for everybody. I mean, you got to go check them out. Go to lumigummies.com, obviously. But these things, they really work. Lumi gummies are available nationwide. So all you have to do is go to lumigummies.com. That's LUMI gummies.com and use code SOBAD, even though it's so good, for 30% off your order. Again, that's LUMI gummies.com, code SOBAD, lumigummies.com, code SOBAD. Yeah, it was like, how do you do a 3-part docuseries about all the pitfalls of the original series and then say, but we're back, baby? Like how, and without any kind of announcement of like, this is what we're going to do differently. This is what, because even in today's, they just had the new season of The Valley trailer got released. And I was speculating yesterday before I knew it was getting released that it's no Jax. Will we get to a point where we miss the toxicness of Jax Taylor? Will we say, this show has fallen off because I don't literally get the worst feeling in the world like when I watched the second season of The Valley? Do we get used to these things where if America's Next Top Model comes back for cycle 25 and it doesn't have like, you're not doing gruesome crime scene modeling shoots, will we miss that because we're so trained for a certain level of insanity?
I don't know. I think here's the thing: if they get the right people behind it and the right like editorial and the right creative, like they can make these shoots really impactful. But I don't know. Once again, if is the thing that made it so watchable that we like pointed and laughed? I mean, maybe you might be right about it. Be like, I can't believe they're doing
Yeah.
this. You
Yeah.
might be right. Well, the also her quote on the coming back for cycle 25 is like, she said, "My work is not done." I'm like, no, Tyra, the work has been done. The
No,
work is done.
that almost came off like a threat. My work is not done here yet. Like, no.
What do you mean? The work wrapped, I think, at cycle 15 was when the work was done.
Yeah. Well, okay. Will you watch Cycle 25?
No.
Yeah, by the way, if you're listening, he's shaking his head yes while he says no, you guys. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, too, is that we always say, I love the people that are like, I'll never watch that. I'm like, why would you ever say that out loud? Like, because usually what happens about 3 or 4 episodes in, if it's good, people are like, okay, I came around. I'll watch it.
I'm not making my way to Palm Beach for Roni. I'm not making my way to Palm Beach for
Oh
Roni.
yeah. In the 2 weeks since I talked to Tom last, Jill Zarin was hired and fired, and I mean, we've got insanity in reality TV.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
So if you want more America's Next Top Model, go to Dumpster Dive. They are doing a
Yes.
bunch of fun America's Next Top Model, celebrating the good times. Oh, also, do you think there's a chance in hell that Tyra? Because I think the only way you'd get good vibes back is if you did bring those 3 judges back: Nigel, Miss J, and
No way.
No way.
I mean, I think Nigel, Miss J, and Mr. Day should just make their own show. People would watch that in 2 seconds. Networks would absolutely pick it up. ANTM is like everyone's talking about it right now because of this doc, and everyone has a relationship with that show. Like
But you
I
have to
think
hop on it right now while the iron's hot. Yeah.
they would be if they were smart, they would pitch something right now because if they could get there first, like, I just don't think Tyra. I think Tyra says we're coming back for cycle 25. But she has hot ice cream. Like, what else? I just
Did you see that interview? Did you see that interview where she said,
yes.
the thing I want to be remembered for is the ice cream? And she
Well,
was serious.
she's serious, and also she did a tour in New York City of all the gay bars in New York where she performed as her like hot ice cream like alter ego. I didn't go. her hot ice cream alter ego. Her name is Santa Smize, which and she wears yellow hair, everyone's favorite Christmas color. And she she says the reason she's so invested in hot ice cream is because she wants to help. This is literally, I'm being so serious. She thinks she's doing some form of like charity to the ice cream shops because she's like, so many ice cream shops in this country close their doors in October and don't reopen until April. We have to keep these businesses afloat with hot ice cream. Like, I think she wants to patent hot ice cream. Like, take it to Shark Tank. I think that's literally where we're at.
Right. So Bad It's Good is partnering with Spirit Halloween to keep the energy going all year round, not just Halloween.
It's
so
insane.
Has Tyra tried soup? Like, I mean, like hot ice cream. Who cares? Like, just have a cup of hot cocoa and shut up. No, I mean, have you had the hot ice cream?
No, they did a partnership with Chip City, which there's a chip by me. I should have gone and gotten it. I want to try it. I have to be honest. Like, I need to try it and see if it is indeed hot.
I didn't even know there was a thing called Chip City.
Oh yeah, you're not. It's a New York thing. I think it's just East Coast. It's a very popular cookie. It's like our crumble cookies.
You blue states over there have crazy things like Chip City. Ugh.
Chip City and
Chip City,
hot ice cream.
Oh my God! Come on, get a grip. It's got this crap. I'm like Joe Giudice after Bad Bunny. This stuff's got to stop. This stuff's got to stop. It's crazy. This woke Chip City shit's got to stop. Okay, Summer House, episode 3. I mean, I feel like we're at such a bad vibe that this feels like towards the end of the season, and we're only 3 episodes in. This is called Apology Dunes. Now, if you didn't watch the episode and you read the title Apology Dunes, what would you think that meant?
Timothy Chalamet. We're talking the Bene Gesserit. We're doing.
it was like, wow, it's a science fiction episode of Summer House on Frank Herbert's Dunes, but it's just the dunes where everybody in Summer House towards the beach goes and apologizes to people they're in fights with.
I need Lindsay Hubbard in like the hooded Bene Gesserit outfit, like walking up, and you put your hand in the box, and
it's like the magical lover boy will like attack you in the box.
Yes, it attacks your hand, then you die.
We had previously on Summer House. Now, last week we got the introduction of Mia, Sierra's friend that used to work at the Box. I asked Sophie last week, have you ever been to the Box in New York?
No. Remember I see 3 a.m. twice a year. I can't do the Box. It's
does the box open at like 1 a.m. or something?
Like, you don't want to. The shows don't typically start till like 2 a.m.
Oh, okay.
The shows you want to see. The shows you want
to see. Got it.
It's a show. It's not a club. It's like shows. Like, you see people put ping pongs in their orifices and shoot them at the audience.
I mean, yeah. I don't know if I'd want to keep drinking after that. Anyway, what did you think of Mia?
Love. I think
she's cool.
She's popping. I Bailey and Levi, I'm still iffy on. Like, they're just not popping on screen just for me yet. Like, bringing the energy to the table. Mia just came on and was like ready. And I know she has some reality TV experience. She was on Selling the Hamptons, I think.
Oh, yeah. Netflix. We talked about that last day. Well, Bailey and Levi are actually kind of doing it for me. The one that I'm kind of is Ben. Like, I know Ben's hot. I get it. He's hot.
He looks scared. I think he doesn't know what he got himself into here.
He does look scared, and he looks ultimately shocked every time people say that he's the hottest guy there. Yet I assume he's heard that every day of his life.
Yeah, he's a blue-eyed, like, beautiful locks of hair, hot bod Australian.
He has little Orphan Annie hair. He's got to cut that shit.
I like it.
No, I do not. I hate his hair. Sorry, Ben. So the things that we've seen in the first couple episodes is Jesse asking Sierra if he thinks her and Wes will be back on good terms. We have Wes and KJ, they're buddies. I love this KJ. This guy is a little piece of gold.
I love him. He's so sweet. I think he's a great new addition to the show. Like, he brings some hearts, but also, like, I think he's obviously hot, and then I think he'll get in the mix with some girls. He's just like down to be in the mix with everyone. He doesn't feel so hesitant, but he also seems so sweet and sensitive. I really like him.
He seems like a really nice guy. We know from the season trailer that there's another girl that we haven't met that comes into the summer house,
Mhm.
and he ends up hooking up with her because we see a thing of like where I think he says something like, "I've been thinking about you nonstop," and he reveals in this episode how sensitive he is, and he'll reveal too much with girls, and so I'm now worried about that scene. Like, I don't want him. I don't want he deserves the best, and I hope he doesn't creep out a girl, or they get scared because he reveals his feelings.
I think he is gonna do that, but I think that's okay. He's very sweet. He'll find someone who's okay with it.
Yeah, and also, like, he's a great looking guy. I will say, Rebecca, my fiance, she is obsessed with nipples,
Uh-huh.
and she says she was very excited about KJ's nipples.
You said this last time because you were talking about Wes nipples
West
because he
nipple,
has I
meaty
said
nips.
I said he has suckable nipples.
Suckable. What did you check out KJ's nipples?
Yeah, I mean, I would suck on that nipple, sure.
Okay, have a great Thursday, folks. Bye. Okay, so we also found out that, and this is sad because when somebody's actively in their addiction, we found that Amanda loves to smoke weed, actively in her addiction of being a pothead, and it's ruined sex for Kyle. And Kyle's like, I live in a frat house, which doesn't make sense to me at all because Kyle loves to party at frat houses. So if their house was like a frat house, wouldn't he want to be there all the time?
It's like he has just different unfortunately, he has different standards on women than he does men, which is a big
Yeah.
bummer, and smoking here's the thing, I don't think Amanda is ripping bongs, like, over and over again at 10:30 at night. I bet you she has, like, one of those just, like, little joints. She
Yeah.
sits outside, smokes her joint, like, she takes 2 puffs
Two
of it
hits. Yeah.
and go or she probably or
And by the
maybe
way,
has a vape.
she says, I don't do it until after the last dog walk of the night at 10:30 p.m., which then I was like, Kyle can't handle that last dog walk. Like, you're smoking at 10:30 at night. I would love to know what time then Amanda goes to bed. Cause like, is she like, when I smoke weed, I either get paranoid or I pass out immediately. Like, I just fall right asleep.
What, you're saying you do? That's your experience with it?
No, when I mean, I don't
Oh.
smoke regularly, but when I have, I'll either get super paranoid or I'll just, like, knock out. I'll pass out.
Yeah, I'm like Amanda where like I have I call them my soccer mom edibles. They're like they're nothing, but like they
Yeah.
have a little THC in them. I have them and like I need to be like near a couch at all times. Like I can't just take them and be out. Like I think there are worse I say this to say there are much worse things in the world than her
Yes!
like
Well, what about
cuddling up on the
alcohol?
couch. Right, I know.
I mean, and also, Amanda's not doing it at a fan's house and falling asleep and then waking up at 6:30 in the morning.
No, like it's just not a comparable situation, and I think he's just using this as an excuse on camera because she's being a dick on camera too. Like they're just kind of having a who can be an asshole bigger
You
on
see,
camera.
I kind of agree with that, but then there's another theory that I have where he truly believes everything he says. Like in his head, he has painted it that Amanda is demonizing him when, like, she cares. I drink. She's a fucking pothead, and I'm work all the time, and all I ask her is to clean the house. Like, I think he really truly believes this.
He is almost a boomer, probably, right?
Yeah.
He's older. It sounds like a boomer mentality.
Yeah. I mean, well, anyways, we pick back up where Kyle was apologizing at the dinner table. Sierra made a crack going like, are you apologizing to Amanda right now? And Kyle didn't take too kindly to that because he was trying to make a big speech and he slammed the kitchen door and he like a painting got jostled off the wall and it's Friday at 7:08 p.m. And I love that West is like West, you could just you can tell Wes realizes how ridiculous Kyle can be sometimes.
I think we're getting seeds planted of an imminent West v Kyle like feud for like King of the Summer House, and Kyle's gonna get pissed at him. I thought they wouldn't have included later on in the episode that like they included a couple eye roll moments
Yeah.
from West on Kyle in this episode that makes me feel like there's something coming down the pipeline where those two have it out because like
I feel like we
what
would have seen that in the trailer because we
oh
see
that's
Carl and
true.
Kyle get into it. We
He
know
says
Carl.
he's because he says later, he's like, "He's such a child."
Yeah. So Bad It's Good is sponsored by our friends at Olipop. Now, Olipop, Rebecca and I, we're kind of obsessed now. I've been chugging the classic root beer, and she has been digging the cream soda. And we have been drinking this like it's water. Now, Olipop is a new kind of soda that combines the classic soda taste with the benefits of a functional ingredient blend to support digestive health. Olipop is reimagining soda with high fiber and low sugar. My Olipop story is that I think I drank a certain soda nonstop. And I have to admit that I've kind of switched off of that and I have been just drinking this. And this classic root beer, I love it. It kind of reminds me of my dad. He used to take me to like A&W root beer when I was a kid, and it's kind of throwing me back to those childhood memories. But this is high in fiber. It's low in sugar, so it's actually good for you. It's way better than traditional cola. And the functional ingredients, it supports my digestive health. I mean, these are all important things that I never thought about when I was drinking a soda of some sort. But now I'm thinking about it all the time. And I'm like, wow, I'm drinking something that tastes good, that I truly like, but I'm also doing something good for my digestive health, which I think is good, right? So, for you guys out there, if you want to try this, you can get a free can of Olipop. You buy any 2 cans of Olipop in store, and they're going to pay you back for one. And it works on any flavor, any retailer, because they don't just have these 2 flavors. They have so many other flavors as well. So I'm going to put the code in there. It's drinkolipop.com/so bad. And you're just going to go there and put this information, and they're going to give you a free can of soda. Olipop is sold online at drinkolipop.com plus Amazon and available in the soda aisle and with the chilled beverages at thousands of retailers nationwide, including Walmart, Target, Costco, and Whole Foods. But I mean, you have to admit though, Wes is like 100. Even if you like Kyle, Kyle can be a complete child sometimes.
Yeah.
Um, Jesse's laughing, and Jesse even says Kyle has done so many worse things without an apology, which I was like, what does that mean exactly? Because I feel like I've heard so many Kyle apologies on this show.
Wait, what does that mean? Like he has not apologized for worse behavior?
Yeah,
Is what
like
he's
he's done
saying?
worse things and hasn't apologized. I don't understand.
I'm worried that means like cheating. That's where my mind obviously goes
Well,
to
I
first,
mean,
but
we do delve into that towards the end of this.
we
Mia,
do.
the new girl, and Bailey and Levi. I like Mia in her talking head. She's like, "What happened?" I like how the newbies are completely uncomfortable and they're like shocked because everybody goes right back to eating, which is just so. It shows how desensitized like some of the OGs or newer Summer House cast is, and then you see the newbies and they're scared shitless. And I love because that's how life is. Like you're so used to a certain behavior that you just accept it, and then new people come in and they're like, "What the hell are you putting up with, dude?"
Yeah. I know. I would not respond well to this at all. Like if I would be just shocked sitting there watching this like married couple fight and they're just having I literally the rest of the house, the rest of the like returning cast lightest weekend. They were as light as a feather,
Yeah.
walking around like happy. Like they were like Sierra and Wes were like, "This is the best weekend we've ever had." Like the whole weekend, they're like light as a feather.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
crazy to me because their friends are over there literally signing divorce papers in the corner.
I gotta tell you, marriage is never gonna win on these reality shows. Like it's like
It's not.
this is when there's no way anybody in that house is rushing to get married after watching Summer House or even engaged because of Carl and Lindsay. You know?
No, there's not been one good. There really hasn't been any good relationships on the show that I think about it. Even the
No,
ones that we
not at
thought
all.
were good have ended. You know.
Yeah, I mean, and there is some truth to that in real life relationships as well. But I was talking to the audience about this concept of like, remember Tom when we were kids and like summer really meant something, and then as
Mhm.
you get older, like summer still is a concept, and we talk about summer, but it'll never be like when we were kids. And Kyle and some of the guys, they're still in this mentality of we're gonna live forever, summers rule, girls drool, like all of that shit, and it's we're watching like the last bastions of Kyle realizing that sometimes life is just one big season instead of delineated into summer, fall, spring, and winter.
That's a great way to put it, and I think that's probably why he's having a bit of his midlife crises, you know? Do you think
But
he thinks about the summer as, like, you know when after you get out of college, you're like it takes you forever to adapt to the fact that, like, September is not the beginning of the year.
yeah,
Like the new year is January,
yes.
the end of the year is December. The new year does not begin in September when school's back. Like, I feel like he is in the mentality of,
But
like, school's back.
the closest you have to summer after you grow up is like if you work an office job and you have a little bit of a winter break at Christmas and the holidays, and you come back and you wear some of your new holiday clothes. That's the closest you'll get to having a summer into a fall school period again. And I feel
Absolutely.
like Kyle's the guy that would like, I'm shocked Kyle doesn't like still make yearbooks for his life and have people sign them at the end of the summer house every year. Like, sign my yearbook, dude. Sign my yearbook.
When you say it like that, now I, like, feel bad for him again.
Well, no, listen, I think this is the good news about knowing that they're already separated. I
Yeah,
can guarantee they are both, after this season airs, are both immediately gonna be doing better. Like, I don't think Amanda needed a glow up because she was already beautiful and hot and funny and all that stuff, but I don't think she's going to this is not going to go into full Scandal where we're going to see Amanda Batula hosting Love Island games, you know?
no. No, that
And
no one's
I
being
don't think she wants that.
no one's been nothing here is that scandalous, to be honest. That's the problem. It's, like, all kind of things we've seen before with them. It's not like Sandoval and Ariana were to a lot of us, they were like they were kind of like a golden couple of Bravo for
100%.
a long
100%.
time. Kyle and Amanda, I mean, let's be real. Like, oh, they would never been the golden couple of Bravo. Like, they've always had, literally since the first season, there's always been a what are y'all doing together moment, you know?
But I think you're right to what we talked about at the beginning is that this is interesting because it also shows that you can like 2 people and just not like them together, and that's a valid opinion. We do not have to I mean, we can demonize Kyle's actions, yes, and we can demonize him being a baby and talk but I do not think Kyle is walking around thinking, "I'm evil, and I'm just trying to get my fuck on." I think he truly like, it's just I feel like if we could sit him down and try to talk to him about his line of thinking, I don't know. I'm making excuses for Kyle. I'm
No,
sorry. I'm gonna get crucified for this.
I think it's less unpopular than you think, that opinion. I like them both as people. Like, I truly think they seem wonderful outside of this. I just think they're not meant to be together. That's like the
No.
general gist of all of it for y'all listening. Like, I think we all as a community
Yeah.
can agree that they
Guys, we're
don't
gonna
belong
go out on a
together.
limb. Hey, sit down when I tell you this. I don't think they're meant to be together. I hope everybody
Just
can
gonna
go
clear
with
the
me on
air on
that.
that.
Yeah,
I think
guys.
it frees us to talk shit a little bit.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, guess where we got it completely right last time we talked? They did put those fucking chairs out there just for Kyle in the front.
So cry like a little baby.
Kyle immediately ran out and sat down. And also, pick up the Amazon boxes. You know, why are the Amazon boxes still scattered around? Kyle could hurt himself when he's crying. He can't see through his tears. He trips over one of those boxes on the way to sit down. That's a hazard. So Kyle immediately sits down and he's talking to himself. Now, a lot of people are like, of course he's talking to himself. He's trying to argue his case, and he knows that the cameras are on him. I hate to break this to people. When you are on a reality TV show and you are by yourself, you are told to talk out loud. You are told to talk out loud your thoughts. So I know it could look of like Kyle's manipulating the scene. Maybe there's a little bit of that going on, but you are encouraged to talk out loud because we cannot read your thoughts. I mean, sometimes we can, but anyway, so he's out there. He's like, I can't imagine straight up laughing. I'm trying to address a group of friends. And Carl goes and checks on him. And Sierra's like, well, let him go pout. And, Carl's like, no, I got him. And Kyle's like, yo, bro, don't sweat it. And Kyle's like, I can't win, Carl. I can't even apologize without being crucified. Even Amanda, she's given up on me, man. Sierra, can't she just be a friend to both of us? She's never going to bat for me. Neither is my wife. I'm literally all alone. Um, Why would Sierra ever go to bat for Kyle? I mean, and like Sierra can like Kyle, but why would she ever go to bat for him?
I have no clue. I mean, Kyle, you don't have any leg to stand on in this argument to me. I'm sorry. And you have to understand Sierra is Amanda's like best friend. Like in what world would she ever say anything like that? Carl, though, what's funny though is Carl doesn't really ever defend Kyle, but then gets away with it.
Well, you could because you can't defend actions that you don't believe in are worth defending, but you can still be a friend to somebody and sit with somebody and say, "Hey, man, sorry you're in timeout over here, and I hope you're okay, and we can get back from this." So I just felt like he was there as a presence, but I really almost felt like Kyle was about to break into song, like the Ballad of Kyle. It's like,
Mhm.
"A man has given up on me." Like he was like almost do you think he's just, like, losing it because he says, "Amanda's given up on me." So it's like, is this him, like, panicking because he's realizing Amanda is, like, doesn't give a shit anymore?
Yeah, I think the cameras went up and he was like, "Oh, this woman hates my guts."
Yeah, I
And
guess that
she's doing it in front of cameras.
yeah.
When you just sang though, it made me think of One Song Glory from Rent. Like he's gonna break out into One Song Glory on the in front of the
One
summer house.
song glory, one lover boy before I go, one no time to leave
And then there's like a
behind.
walking montage. She's like walking, and then there's like flashes of Loverboy. There's flashes of like all the houses they've been
Who
in.
wasted opportunity? One, he had the world in his face. One song. That's a beautiful song from Rent, you guys. Rent. Um, that's great. I love that. Anyways, we find out from the guys outside that Kyle did an apology to just the guys 86 minutes ago, where he's like, "I'm really sorry I got drunk last weekend. You're a great group of guys." And then they all do a guy group hug. Like, we're so soft. Like, God, we're just so soft. I mean, I love us, but guys are so soft. Where they probably thought, like, I've been in those guy group hugs. Usually they're at Coachella, and you're just like, I love us. Where's the Molly? This is amazing. Like I've been there, and nobody's going to talk back in a guy circle usually.
Uh-huh.
So
Yeah.
Kyle must have like it's like warming up for yourself before like a wedding speech where the guy apology went so well that he thought he road tested it, and then he got to the dinner, and Sierra immediately makes fun of him.
Yeah, he keep the you should never brought that to the girls because the guys are gonna roast the girls will roast the guys for any sensitive moments like that.
Yeah, it's well, even like Wes last season when Sierra called him out for the New York Times article, Wes didn't give a big speech. Like Wes didn't even Wes was like tripping over his tongue.
Well, she clocked him for that, and that was a
Yeah.
weird thing that he did. We gotta be honest about that. Wait, what about Kyle at this table when he goes back to the table? It was my favorite moment of the episode where he tried to hit on Levi and she immediately rejected his ass. He
He
goes,
goes,
he goes, "So Levi, who's the hottest?
"This
Who do
guy."
you think is the hottest guy at this table?"
And
And
they
she's
all
literally
go,
like, "Oh, Ben, right next to me,
Ben.
Ben."
Mia goes, "Without question, Ben, Ben." He goes,
Literally, this guy. Hey, thank you. It's this one.
you know what, by the way, every time Carl tries to ask a question like that, they should go back to the freeze frame of him doing the strongman competition from the first episode where he's like doing the bell. Yeah, he's like,
Yeah,
ugh. That would be so yeah, because last episode when he got the bagels for them, didn't he ask Bailey, like, so what kind of guy are you looking for? And then Ben came in at that moment and they were
yeah,
like,
yeah.
yeah.
It's so funny to me. He's really trying, but he also puts on this voice. He just kind of has no game. Sadly, he's just like, "So Levi, who do you think is the hottest guy?" It's like, but that's such a weird thing to ask people. Like
Hey, it's
you're fishing. Are
girls'
you
night here
fishing
at the
for?
summer house. Yes. Well, you know
Yeah,
what? I think usually if you're drunk or like drunk Carl, like, it's easy to be more lascivious and say those things. And when you're completely stone cold sober, like you're almost testing your limits. You're like, if I throw this out, will somebody immediately tell me I'm hot? Like will that have any success?
remember when that girl called him a lemur last year?
Oh God.
What was
Big
her
lemur
name?
energy.
What was her name? I can't
Oh,
remember
what
her
was it?
name.
Jess or something? It was I don't know. I felt bad for her because I know fans like I think fans like really got in like got at
They
her,
did. They roasted her ass.
Yeah, but that's what happens when you wanna be on TV sometimes. Nobody like, sometimes people are just not gonna think you're great. Anyways, I thought this was the end of it, but they pregame because they're gonna go out, and this was when Kyle brings in all his real friends, the cardboard standees, and I love that Wes sees his standee, and he's like, "Cool pick, dude. Yes." Wes loves his cardboard standee. Wes is wearing Sierra's sunglasses, and Sierra's like, "Take my glasses off your sweaty fucking forehead, Wes." And I
He's
love
so
that Wes
sweaty.
he's so s yeah, but, like, I'm sweaty all the time, so I appreciate that, but I like that he's so sensitive about it, where
Yeah.
he's like, "I don't know if we are friends," or like, "She hates my fucking guts," or like, "I could be a wiener. I guess I'll have to feel the vibe out." And I like that because I like that he is so not secure in how he thinks Sierra feels about him at all. I like that.
Yeah. You like the sweaty representation.
Well, I like his funny representation, sure, but I also like that he's
No,
insecure about how Sierra like, I think that keeps him
I
on
know.
his toes, and he
Yeah, I
needs that.
agree. I agree, I agree.
Carl does go, "Hey, KJ, let's run at 8:30 tomorrow. Run club, 8:30 AM, KJ." That also pisses me off. You love running, dude. Like but you don't drink a lot, but I'm just disgusted when people are gonna go out and then have a run club in the morning.
Here's my thing with running. It's a journey I take on my own, but, like, I don't need people to like, I'm not trying to bring people into the club. Like, if you wanna be a part of it, we can go for a run together, but I'm not trying to, like, bring you into this.
No, I wasn't asking to run with you. I'm just saying I just think it's I just think it's gross. And oh, anyways, um, Jesse upstairs in the bedroom with Sierra says, "I just held in a fart for you, Sierra, and now I have a tummy ache." Which is like Todd, Bronwyn's ex Todd. If you're listening, this is what you do around ladies. You hold in your farts. Do you think this is romantic? If a guy told you, Tom, that they just held a fart in for you, would you be like, "That's really sweet"?
No.
Okay. Well,
No.
okay.
Would you
I
think
just
it was nice? Would you like it?
no, I would actually just prefer not to know.
I would prefer not to know about that. Like, you don't need to announce that, you know? I think that's especially since Jesse's trying to get into Sierra's pants, I do think it was an interesting tactic on that.
He is. I, I'm, I'm trying to get in there so I won't let this one out.
Mm.
Um, yeah, so
Add that
good.
to the type 5, Ryan.
This kind of behavior needs to come out of Carl's mouth, not Jesse's. My God.
Please.
I just held a fart in for you ladies.
I
You know what's better than flowers that die in 3 days? Matching underwear. Seriously, MeUndies has cracked the code on Valentine's Day gifts and beyond with their matching underwear for couples. It's cute, it's intimate, and you will wear them more than once. My personal experience with MeUndies, I think you know my journey. I can't show you, but I am wearing MeUndies right now, and I have the MeUndies on that have little hearts on it because I'm a romantic, but I also have ones with dinosaurs. They are amazing. I swear by MeUndies. MeUndies makes matching underwear specifically for couples, though. So, same adorable prints, different cuts for each, and all made from their signature ultra modal fabric that feels impossibly soft. Unlike other brands just slapping hearts on generic underwear, MeUndies designs coordinating prints from the ground up. And their Valentine's Day collection has prints made for two. It's the kind of gift that makes you smile every time you put them on. Now, over 30 million pairs have been sold and 90,000 five-star reviews for their products. People love these because they actually fit well and feel amazing. I can attest to that. And their first pair promise, 45 days risk-free, means if your first pair doesn't work out, they're going to make it right. And they're not going to hassle you about it. Every style comes in coordinating prints so you and your partner can match: boxer briefs, trunks, briefs for him, bikinis, thongs, boy shorts, cheeky styles for her. Same print, different fits. Valentine's Day has already passed, but if you want these delivered at any point, not just for Valentine's Day, it is for beyond. This is the gift that keeps on giving long after the holiday is over. So make this Valentine's Day and beyond one to remember with matching underwear from MeUndies. To get exclusive deals up to 50% off, go to MeUndies.com/SoBad and enter promo code SoBad. That's very important. Enter promo code SoBad. That's MeUndies.com/SoBad. Promo code SoBad for up to 50% off. That's promo code so bad for up to 50% off.
Can't believe Jesse didn't ask her, so Sierra, who do you think is the hottest guy in the house?
Which guy in here with only one testicle do you love the most?
Well, there's two
Uh,
guys with one
oh,
testicle.
yeah. No, wait. I thought Carl. Wait. No, I thought Carl has three testicles.
Wait. Does Carl have three or
I think
one?
Carl. No, I think Carl has
You're
three.
right. You're right. Carl has three. Jesse has one. Combine their powers, make a whole two
In the form
sets.
of two sets of testicles. Anyways, Kyle goes in to check on Amanda. I don't know what. Kyle goes in to say goodnight to Amanda, and she's like, are you just going to bed? And she goes, I go to bed by myself every night. And he goes, I'm sorry for getting drunk. I'm sorry for talking about our sex life. I'm sorry about talking about the cleanliness of our apartment and talking behind your back. I tried to talk to you multiple times this week. And she's like, no, you didn't. You're such a liar. You didn't talk to me at all. What you do is complain. And Kyle's like, so you're not walled off? And Amanda's like, no. And Kyle's like, you're not just getting high? And Amanda goes, I don't smoke until the dogs go out for their last walk at 10. Do not blame me. You have so much time to talk to me. And Kyle's like, you don't work during the day, trying to apologize, and you make it into a fight. So already it's going great. Like at this point, Kyle, like I just lie to her. Just tell, like, and also would there be any play in saying, you know what? I'm not going out tonight. It's just me and you. I'm staying here with you.
The cameras don't even go out with them. Like, I'm like, you're not even getting content for the show. Like, you're just going out to like party. Like, just, and also sometimes I'm sorry is all you have to say. You don't need to like qualify. You don't need to say buts. You don't need to say like anything. Like, I think if
You
you
don't
just
need to
look
throw
in,
her own behavior back in her face how you see it.
no, just say, I am so sorry. I didn't, that's it. I'm even adding something. Just say, I am so sorry.
Yeah.
I'm going to stay in tonight.
Yeah. Like that's I just wanted to stay in one night. And you know what? It's getting to a point where if he stayed in, Amanda wouldn't even want him there. Amanda would be uncomfortable. Like
Oh,
this
yeah.
is
She
her
would
time.
hate that.
It's her time to sleep and be on her phone.
Yeah, she's got a doom scroll in peace, like all of
Also,
us.
it's Friday, 11:20 p.m. They're at the clubs, and I do think Kyle was DJing at this club because there's multiple things where he has like a DJ headphones on, and so I was
Oh,
wondering, does like Kyle book DJ gigs at the Hamptons clubs while he's in the summer house?
that's an interesting thought. I feel like they would have. I feel like he loves his DJ life so much. I feel like he would have been talking about that. Like I feel like he would have said to Amanda, like, "You're not going to come see me play."
Yeah, I just feel like he plays a lot if you check his so I don't I mean, I feel
Yeah,
like that gets
they
pretty
might have also.
old pretty quick.
Do you think he just brings his USB like in his pocket?
He always just wear it's
He's
like
like, I can plug in.
somebody that doesn't own a motorcycle, just a motorcycle helmet, he just always brings DJ headphones with him.
Legitimately, like I
Like,
think he might.
are you the DJ? It's like at a Target.
I think people do that. I think that's a thing. Like if you just bring your USB, you're like, I can plug in and do a set. I think that's a thing. I could see him
Hey
doing that everywhere.
hey, you mind if I sit in on the decks? Um Mia she's back at home. She calls her dude Scott. Scott, her boyfriend, is a restaurateur, has restaurants in New York, LA, and Miami. Do you know this guy at all? Are you aware? I didn't know who
No,
he
but
is.
maybe I can Google
But he
him.
seems like I mean she speaks very highly of him, and we don't know if we're going to see him on the summer house because he is so busy. But she says he is the one, and that she is the one, and he is the one. So they're both the one.
Scott Robert Williams. Let's see. I just got this quickly. Scott Robert Williams restaurants. Let's see what it is. Drum roll, everyone. Oh, I've never heard of this. Last Lap, I believe is what it's called. Yeah. No, I've not heard of this. Well, I'll go check it out. It's down in Soho. But
And he's the producer of Cycle 25 of America's Next Top Model.
oh my god, would love that. I would absolutely go check it out.
Anyway, Sierra goes into Amanda's room out there at the club and asks, are you okay? And Amanda's like, moments like this I don't forget about, even though I act like I do. That is the darkest. Like, Amanda just says, I don't forget about these moments, even though I act like I do. It makes me nervous. How are you going to treat our children? And Sierra's like, yeah, is he just going to storm out of the room if they don't see his point of view? And I'm not saying he would be a bad dad, but you deserve better. And then Amanda says, sometimes I don't know if I would be good for someone else. And that was the line that killed me.
It made me
Like,
really sad. It really did. It's such a bummer. And like I think Kyle just doesn't understand that the age old saying of words mean things is really real. And like, you can't take back all of the terrible things you say to a partner. Like, that just lives in the ether forever. When you have your emotional moments, but you have to remember that what you say will stay with people. And like, that makes me sad to hear that she just remembers all this. And unfortunately, it's been documented too.
Well, I don't feel bad for her because she's a pothead, Tom, and they're filthy. No, 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 it actually made me feel really sad because I was like, "Oh, damn," because I don't believe she's just saying that just for shits and giggles. I believe she
Yeah.
truly but also, how dark is it that she's already there going, "Well, can I even get anybody else at this point?" Like, that she's almost that far down the road where she's like, at this point, would I be good for somebody else at this point, or am I just, like, toxic? And that is so crazy, and Sierra knows how crazy that is as well, and says, if you need me, if you need somewhere to go, I'm here." And Amanda says, "I think about it all the time." And I'm like, "Whoa, what does that mean?" Like, I think about leaving Kyle all the time?
I think she just, yeah, I think she thinks about how life could be better or different. And I think a lot of the answers to that are with him not in her life as much, sadly, which she does get to. I'm curious who filed. We don't know that, right? Was it
Ooh,
joint filing?
I think it was a joint filing, it was agreed upon.
Got it.
Um, and they did work out, the lover boy stuff is all worked out allegedly, so who knows? Anyways, the boys get back at 1:13 AM, and the boys do a little jump ski dunk ski into the pool. All the boys immediately go jump in the pool, wake Amanda up. Kyle, is dancing around in his underwear. He's just shaking his underwear wet out of the pool while Amanda goes, "Oh my god." And Kyle then comes into the room to go to bed and just lays there next to Amanda and just goes, "Well, well." Like, she does shut what? I
Just
don't
don't
what?
say anything. Just go to sleep.
Yes, go to I mean, like, dude, like, what do you want a reaction that she is not going to get, like, she was not gonna give you the reaction that you want. Anyways, 8:19 in the morning, guess who is ready for their run? Carl Radke is stretching, don't wanna pull a hammy, and he tells KJ it's an easy run. His easy run is probably the hardest run of my life. Like, I'm like, "What does an easy run mean?" What's his minute pace for an easy run?
Well, not to brag, Ryan, but I did run an hour faster than him in the New York City Marathon.
Yeah, well, I don't even wanna well, how fast is your mile?
My mile in the marathon was like a 8-minute mile.
Yeah.
I was trying to do just shy of that, but he his but when you're training, you're actually really supposed to, for your long runs, go like really, you really are just supposed to go slow. So because it's supposed to you're teaching your body to work for that period of time, not even the distance. So I think that he probably was running like a 11, 12-minute mile, just vibing.
Oh, which is like that would be like a personal record for me, like
You
11,
could
12
do
minute
that
mile.
Ryan, you could totally do that.
Well, so they go on this run. Kyle goes with him after saying like an awkward good morning to Amanda that already like went south. So he's running. And then Bailey and Levi, they were talking up in their bedroom saying that Bailey says she was in a relationship where, we were always storming away from each other. And so I've been there, but they are both a big fuck you all the time. This isn't productive at all. I see myself in Amanda. I can't deal with that again. I need sweet. And then she goes, Ben could be that person, possibly. I'm like, girl, I mean, I think Bailey's awesome, but that's not even on my radar. I don't think that's even a thought in anybody's mind, is it?
No. No.
No. I mean, Bailey's a very
No.
attractive woman, but I was like, wait, where did that come
It's
from?
not no, that's not gonna be it, Bailey, babe.
Yeah. I mean, anyways, at 9:09 AM, the runners get back, so they only did like a 39-minute run, and I was like, "Okay, good. I could potentially hang for 39 minutes."
You can do that,
Carl
right? I believe in you and your
Yeah.
athletic ability, I really do.
Thank you. That's one person. Carl got scared of, this is where Carl gets scared of Lindsay's standee coming in from the run. Amanda puts Ben's cardboard standee outside of Bailey's door. Sierra is showing Jesse bikinis in the bedroom. And I was like, this is Austin West and Kroll, where they act like they're the gay best friend,
Yeah.
and they also, but like the girl has to know that they want to jump your bones, but you keep like, it's like you're showing them these little tops and stuff, and Jesse's just like, oh,
He's like, those little bikinis for those big old titties.
yeah, he goes, nipples, nipples. Um,
And then Sierra goes, Jesse, who do you think is the hottest girl in the house?
Jesse, for a girl, are these nipples too big, Jesse? Anyways, Mia.
But Jesse, I'll give it to Jesse. Jesse does have more game than Carl. Carl would have a freak. Carl wouldn't know what to do looking at little bikinis. You know how he loves those tan lines.
You know what I gotta say too? Like, I was trying to think of Kyle, like, because obviously cheating's a big thing and it gets brought up and all. Have we ever seen Kyle like be sexy? Like, I know he's a great looking guy. Like, I know he's a very he's like I think Kyle's a very good looking man, but
Yeah.
have we ever seen him be like, because I consider Wes like he throws down a sex gauntlet where you're like, oh, this guy, like there's a sexiness about West. I can see Jesse trying to be sexy. Like I can see when he tries to be. Has Kyle ever have we seen him try to be sexy? Like, is you know what I'm saying?
No, he doesn't have swag to him. Like, there's nothing sexy about Kyle is aesthetically very hot.
Yeah,
I think that's how
awesome.
he's kind of just gone through life. The aesthetics are there. For me, the vibe, like the sex vibe, is just like is all over West. Like you can just tell that he will
Oh.
take care of you.
And Tom doesn't mean like financially, like he
I
means
don't mean
in the bed.
physically. I
He's
do
gonna
not
lay
mean
it down.
physically.
Yeah, he's gonna lay it down. And um, anyways, Jesse's up there talking to Mia and Sierra about the last relationship he was in. And he does point out, like with Lexi last season, that was only an 8-week relationship. And I wait,
This pissed me off because
why?
I think he's rewriting history a little bit on this because she's not on the show. Mia wasn't here. He was trying to see if he could get away with being like, we weren't really together. But the only reason that they were together was because he kind of
He
pushed
begged.
that energy and begged for it. He's
But I'm
making it
saying
sound like
2 months isn't the longest time in a
no,
relationship.
no, no. But that was his last relationship that he essentially like made that girl be in, but then somehow made her the villain in it. Like that, I don't know. I was just kind of like, you're trying to rewrite this a little bit when I like that Sierra was like, Jesse,
Yeah.
you were with a
Yeah.
girl last summer. You were with her.
Yeah, yeah.
You were begging to
Um,
be with her.
Do you think Sierra's flirting with Jesse on purpose? Like, I mean, because she is throwing out like certain things where, like, if I was as horny as Jesse was, like, I don't know if I would get confused
She definitely likes to flirt with him. I don't think she probably will want to act on
because
it.
he's safe.
Yeah. He's an easy person to just kind of like play look at my bikinis with.
Yeah. My bikini shit. um, okay, so we cut to it's Saturday, 12:20 p.m. Carl's in the kitchen going, "We need to pack the coolers and the chairs for the beach." Like he literally is giving marching orders. And then they're on the beach and Carl asks Bailey to do his back. "Could you put some sunscreen on my back?" The danger of the
Oh.
sun.
Has everyone here applied suntan lotion?
Guys, I'll tell you what.
I've set a timer every hour. We will do a group reapply.
The sun is the true enemy of the summer house. Um, Kyle tells KJ that he can't do another night like Friday night. "My goal is to be in by midnight tonight." And KJ says, "I'm just trying not to catch feelings." Wes and Jesse go out to the club. They have 10 girls surrounding them, just chilling. "Being single is a challenge for me." Shout out to all the lover boys. And KJ to Kyle's like, "I have to take full advantage of the summer. I'm running it back." So that means KJ wants to get trashed tonight. Wes feeds Kyle fruit. Kyle says, "Hey, the only reason I wanted to address everyone was like the elephant in the room last night." And Weston's like, "Yeah, I get it, but it's almost an overcorrection. So then when Sierra laughed, it made you crash out. And I think you making a grand gesture would be a bigger gesture for Amanda. I think she would rather it be just you and not in public and a big shitstorm." And that just shows that West is brilliant, but also we can see other people's issues really clearly, and we usually can't see our own, right?
Yeah. No, well, of course. I mean, it's not fun to look at your own problems. That sounds terrible.
Well, but it's not even fun to it's not even about looking at our own problem, we just don't see it clearly.
I
You're like,
know.
looking it's so, hazy.
I know, and Kyle has not a ton of self-awareness, so he's definitely not seeing his own stuff clearly on himself.
I think it's just because he sees like, I was trying to make excuses for Kyle. It's like he's such a business guy. He sees things in like black and white numbers that, like add up. Anyways, Kyle says, Amanda, can I take you to my favorite place, the Apology Dune? And we get flashbacks to all the apologies at Apology Dune. Like we had Mia and Lindsay, Kyle to Paige, Jesse to Sierra. And Kyle says, well, over here is usually where I confess my feelings. I know I tried last night, Amanda. It came off as an excuse, but I really think we need to work on our communication. And Amanda's like, I've asked you questions, Kyle, and I try to check in on you. And he's like, but I want to feel like we're on the same page. And she goes, me too. But I'm not going to do things for you when you aren't doing things for me. I need you to get your drinking under control, and you are aware of that. And Kyle's like, I only drink when I'm social. He's social 7 days a week, though.
I know, it's like, just because you're out and drinking doesn't make it not as good, like, not as bad. I that mentality doesn't totally make sense to me. I don't, but here's the thing with him. He doesn't, I said this earlier, he doesn't give he has, like, a drinking problem in any way. Like, I mean,
No.
also that's I
Well,
don't
no,
like
no,
on any of these shows
outward
accusing
exhibiting
people
of
of that.
signs, outward
Yeah.
outward signs of drinking. Like, I was on that cruise with him in San Francisco on Sunday a couple weeks ago, and he must have been there at the Super Bowl for, like, the last 3 days,
Mhm.
DJing, partying. He looked better than I did, and I had not drank in 6 days.
Yeah.
Like, he had looked and I don't know if he was drunk at that moment, like, it was during the day he was DJing. He seemed pretty with it, like, I would expect after that many days of partying, you'd be out of it. He did not appear that way at all.
No, I just think I think his issue is, like, he's addicted to a social
The
life. He's
scene.
addicted to being out. He's addicted to the scene. He's addicted to the attention. Like, that's what he's addicted to. I think that's even why he, like, has cheated and then almost cheated, because
Yeah.
he just likes the fact that people like him, you know? I think that's what he falls into.
Yeah, like, yeah, you just think you think I'm awesome. Amanda hates me. Kiss me.
Right.
But Amanda said, "That's a problem for me, Kyle. I don't want a babysitter have people feel like they have to keep an eye on you. I wanna know my husband's responsible to go out on his own and come back." That's sad, man. Like, she's like, "I just wanna know that you're responsible enough to come back." And he's like, "I went out last night and I was the least fucked up one there." And Amanda goes, "But the week before you weren't." And he goes, "I was in a bad place. What don't you understand? I told you going into the summer, if we can't get our shit together, I'm gonna have a mental breakdown. And what did I do? I had a mental breakdown." And she's like, what about what I put up with off season? The drinking and the rumors, coming home late. Don't, oh my God, me, Kyle. And Kyle's like, I only want to talk if we can make progress. And she's like, but you're not hearing it. You shut down when I tell you it's your drinking. You put a wall up. And Kyle's like, dude, you are so laser focused. And Amanda's like, because that's where my anger comes from. And Kyle's like, the second we got engaged, you said no to everything. And like, um, and Amanda's like, your faithfulness to me shouldn't determine on how fucked up you get when you go out. And he's like, you know what I think we have an issue with? Compatibility, chemistry, intimacy, common interest. What about that shit? It's about my drinking? What about days, weeks, months? You don't ask me a question. I don't know who I married anymore. It's about my drinking. That's what you think you're coming here to talk to about your drink? You're driving me to drink. Oh, you're driving me to drink? Come on, man.
That was you just gave a
Performance.
Oscar-winning
Yeah.
performance on that. He
Yeah.
really tried to have a moment, Kyle. He really tried to have a receipts proof timeline moment here
He
during the
he thought after that, everybody in Apology Dune was gonna be like, "Slow clap."
all the ghosts of Summer House Past, like, slowly rise out of the dunes.
The Workus twins, like, rise above, and then, like, a lover boy floats over into Kyle's hand,
And
like, "You
then
deserve this, Kyle."
and then a dune worm just comes and, like, eats him.
That would be great if the Dune worm was like but Kyle
Uh,
walks off, he goes, "Guess what? I'm done." Guess what? Get some curiosity, drive, intention, personality. He loves lists of things. He's like intimacy,
it
chemistry, common interest. And then he's like curiosity, drive, intention, personality. And Wes is like, Kyle. And Kyle's like, give me a fucking break, man. And did you notice it was sunny? And then once Kyle did that, it was like totally cloudy at the beach.
I'm like, I didn't actually clock that. That's funny.
Yeah.
He's just been screaming in the dunes for, like,
Yeah.
hours. If someone said to me, "Get some drive, personality," like, that shit is so mean. Like, that is the stuff that, like, she will carry with her
That's what Lindsay told
forever.
Carl a couple seasons ago.
Oh my god, you're right. You know, they people always say Kyle and Lindsay are the same person. Long lost
We don't
lovers.
see him in any of the scenes together
We do
they could be
not.
this that's interesting. Um, Amanda is, like, talking to herself or the producer, and he's like, "This is how it always ends on Apology Beach. I didn't get one I'm sorry." And Amanda's, like, trying to laugh it off, which goes to the point what she said in bed with Sierra of, like, "I always try to put on a brave face even though I'm not, I'm not great." And, Amanda or then Kyle comes back and says, "Amanda, I'm over here trying to apologize. You didn't say sorry once, Kyle." And Kyle's like, "What are you trying to do?" And Amanda goes, "Be honest." And Kyle's like, "So I'll be over here getting labels like I'm an alcoholic on national TV because somehow, some way, that's all of our problems. I'll just not go out to DJ. What else do you want me to do? Quit?" And I was like, "You could try. You could try to quit. Like, have you tried? Like, you haven't even tried."
No, and he's so he just he can't budge on anything, but then she has to budge on everything, right? Like, he can't budge on coming back. He can't budge on coming home earlier. He can't budge on DJing one night less. He can't, but she has to clean the apartment. She has to stop smoking weed at 10:30 PM at night. She has to it's like, why are there so many demands on one side of it, but not the other? It's just not fair.
Well, didn't Kyle labeled Amanda a pothead last episode, so I'm like,
Right.
you also labeled Carl a cokehead a couple seasons ago. Like
Oh my god, that was so
you
bad.
love you love giving your castmates labels on national TV, but I just also think like you want me to do this and this. I understand the argument he's trying to make. I just think like, well, that argument doesn't hold any water if you've never tried it. If you've never tried, like, you know what? I'm not going to drink for a couple months and see how that works out. If it changes anything, and if it doesn't, I mean, I feel like anyways, this is what you said earlier. Wes is like going, he's such a fucking baby sometimes. My God. And Amanda's talking to a producer now and says, same conversation every year. Why am I doing little things when you can't do anything? Why do I show you respect when you can't show anything in return? And Kyle literally walks into the ocean. Kyle just walks into the ocean. I was like, that's amazing. He's just walking into the ocean.
He's like Virginia Woolf in the
Yeah.
hours.
Tie these heavy lover boys to my ankles. I'm going into the ocean and I'm never returning.
Floats away.
And then he comes out of the water and he goes to Amanda and goes, "Hey, sorry, we've gotten this far. I'm not trying to throw it down the drain. I love you. This makes me insanely sad and depressed." And Amanda's like, "Same. I heard every fucking day. I don't get why after all these years I keep asking for the same thing and you keep not doing what I asked you for." And then say, "I don't know what you need from me. Like, I feel like I'm going crazy, Kyle." And Kyle's like, "You met me. You know I'm a social person." And Amanda goes, "I didn't think social person meant cheating." And I was like, damn. I mean, well, but
Terrible,
now,
but
but see, but that's on Amanda. Now you know.
that's
No,
my
I'm sorry. I'm
thing.
sorry. I'm sorry.
This is well, 2 things. 1, back to Walking in the Water, I just had, like, an aha moment. Someone online, please edit together the Hans Zimmer soundtrack of Dune where it's like, "Ah," and, like, him walking into the ocean. Just someone do it. I don't have the energy to do it. Someone do it. Take the idea from me. You can't don't even give me credit. Just do it.
Don't even get That's a
No,
million
like
dollar idea, you
it's a
guys.
$1,000,000 idea, don't give me
Yeah.
credit. No, but Amanda, this is my thing, and I don't know how to go into this. I think I'm probably safer to say it than you are, Ryan, but, like, as a straight man. But my thing is, like, he showed you who he was so many times, and it's, like, where I struggle is, like, where did you think you could change him? Like, you just can't change people, and it's hard sometimes to root for her when she's bringing up these situations that have been the same issues since the beginning. Now, I'm always gonna be team woman on this, but, like, that is something that I just wanna challenge because it's just, like, I understand why you're upset, but I understand Kyle's point where he's like, "You met me. I am a social person. I'm all of this." And, like, on top of that, he has cheated. Like, you've seen him
Yeah.
do that. These are just things we know about him, and I don't know that they're things that are gonna change. So, I struggle with
Well,
understanding
but
why
that's
she thinks
kind
he
of
might change
where
now.
if we choose to reframe it, that's why in some ways this is kind of a happy ending for both of them because Amanda does finally stand up for herself. She's not with Kyle right now.
Yeah, no, that's absolutely you're absolutely right. Like, they are in better places, which is always great. I just it's hard when you see people expecting different outcomes, from
Yeah,
the
yeah.
same result, whatever that saying is.
No, you nailed it. The producer asked Amanda, "Do you think he cheated on you?" And Amanda goes, "I don't know. I'd like to think not, but he has in the past, and I know there's been plenty of rumors, so who knows? Only Kyle." That was
But that's
another fucking sad. That was a sad. Only Kyle knows. And by the way, I mean, Kyle knows, but there's also a chance Kyle gets fucked up and just does things and does. I don't know. I mean, I know
I don't think
there's
he
a lot of
cheats
rumors.
anymore, but I think he definitely crosses boundaries that, like, not everyone like, I don't mean, like, sexually, I just mean spending too much time around, like, a group of female fans. Here y'all, if he's spending time with fans and listeners, Ryan is one of the few straight men in the fandom of
No,
Bravo, like,
no. By the way, I was about to tell. I was going back and forth whether to tell the story or not, but I mean, I've told it on the podcast before. A couple BravoCons ago in New York, it was Tom Schwartz's 40th birthday, I think, and it was at this club or this bar in New York by the Gansevoort or in that area,
yeah,
and I wound up and it was with like Ariana Sandoval, Schwartz, Kyle, a bunch of Bravo people, Raquel. Like I remember Raquel, and this was when Raquel and Sandoval, there was probably something going on, but
mhm,
I had no fucking clue. I mean, I would not, I would have bet, I would have fought somebody if they said otherwise. Like, and I have this picture from that night of me, Sandoval in his David Bowie makeup, and Kyle. And we're like, yeah. And I was like, well, there goes another. I'm throwing that away with my Harvey Weinstein in me photo. And no,
please tell me that doesn't exist,
that
Ryan.
doesn't exist. But I remember I mean, I was pretty fucked up. And I remember I have Kyle on audio, drunk, like saying something funny. But I do remember being with it enough to clock that Kyle wasn't being weird with any women. Like, I mean, not that makes him a hero. The one thing I did clock was, oh shit, it's 4 in the morning, and why are you here with me? Like, I mean, because Amanda was not there. I mean, Amanda
Yeah,
was not there, and I think I even said she's like, oh, she's back at her apartment or our apartment. But I was just like, oh, okay. But it wasn't like he had like some girl there. Like once again, it doesn't make him a hero, but I do remember him when I've been around him, I've never seen him be, like, lascivious with a girl. Not that
I
I don't
I
not that
just think
means anything.
but the thing is, like, the fans themselves, like, if he's hanging out with fans, like, the majority of the fans are women, and whether he's doing anything or not with them, it's just a weird look when
Oh,
you
I
have had that behavior,
dude,
right?
yes, and I'll even go say even if you're seen with me, that's weird behavior. Like, I don't like, also, you have Amanda at home and you're hanging like, it was very weird, but it just got me like, I think he's one of those guys that really does just wanna be out. Like,
Yeah,
I think he doesn't like to feel alone, but at the same time, I can only go so far down that road because he's made Amanda feel very alone.
yeah.
Anyway, sorry to get so deep about Summer House
No, no,
West.
I
Anyway,
no, I love it. I mean,
um,
the reason we watch these shows is because, like, it's watching humans be, faulted humans around each other and, like, kind of unpacking all that, so I
oh,
enjoy it.
I like to see the girls in the bikinis.
Yeah, yeah. Who
Yeah,
who is
yeah,
the
yeah,
hot
yeah.
Ryan, who's the hottest girl in the summer
Oh,
house?
Watch What Happens Live caller where you got Ryan in Los Angeles. Hey, Amanda, I was just wondering who's the hottest caller that's called you tonight on Watch What Happens Live.
Guys, I won't let it go. It's been in my brain since I watched it this morning.
Call me Big Daddy Carl. Kyle says, I'm sorry for making our business everyone's business, and I'm sorry I haven't given you the trust you need to be present in this relationship. I love you. And then she's like, I love you. And they hug it out, but something has to change. I'm tired of having the same conversation every summer. And Kyle's like, I just feel very lost. I'm going to get some food. He goes, I just feel very lost. I'm going to get some food. And then this was like when sun no longer showing, shining bad vibes. Everybody seems really bummed. We get back to the house. And Carl says, "We got to grab some stuff out of the trunk." Wes and Ben are talking by the car, and Amanda says, "Are they vampires? Do they need to be invited in?" They were kind of being weird. And then this was a strong yet dangerous move by West. West starts shaking martinis.
I kind of love it.
I
I love a
loved it,
good
but
teeny.
I think I do love a tea. I love a martini, but like at Saturday around 5, that you're in for a dark night if that's when you're starting with a mart. That's a strong order.
No, it's tough, but these people can hang in a way that it really baffles me. I mean, I can't hang like that. Like I had 2 martinis on Saturday, and then, of course, after you have 2 martinis, you're like, "Should we get one more something somewhere?"
Yeah.
And then
You know what?
you shouldn't.
I've always I don't know if anybody's noticed this. Do you notice when you're drinking them, you feel like you're invincible? And then you keep going because of that feeling, and then the next day you die. Like, that was so why anyways, so they're going on the martinis, and, so half of the group go out to dinner, including Amanda and Sierra, but it is very cute. Sierra takes a sip of a martini. So half the group are back waiting for sushi, half the group are, at a restaurant, and this is when Bailey talks about to, KJ about his mom and his dad. This was wild. KJ reveals that his dad, they have not talked in 6 years. And he's like, "Yeah, it's just a pattern with him." And he says, "I always thought that I didn't have a dad. I remember being in kindergarten and they're like, 'Where's your dad?' And my mom said I didn't have a dad and God is my dad." And then they said that can't be possible. And then one day this guy pulls up in a Hummer with all these gifts. And I've texted him and he doesn't really respond, which is low key fucked up. I was around all women growing up, so all I knew was to communicate how you feel like so all I knew was how to communicate, and sometimes that gets weird for me in relationships. Where's the balance? I love KJ. I mean, like, just think about it. Your
Yeah.
dad is not texting you, like, and now I'm scared because he's on TV. Is the dad going to text him now?
Well, that's the hard thing, right? Like, sometimes it brings the people out of the woodwork because they want,
Yeah,
what you got, or it does the opposite where they're like, "Why are you talking about me on TV? Like, I don't want anything to do with you anymore." It's a tough balance, but in the end, bro, you haven't texted your son, like, let him he can do whatever he wants. He can talk shit about you. I really don't think that, and he's also so sweet, like,
he's not talking shit. He's
KJ.
just like saying matter of
Well,
fact. This is how it is.
right, it's not shit
And he
talking,
says
but he is
low key fucked
revealing
up. It's
things.
high key fucked up. It's not low key fucked up.
No, it's beyond.
Also, Bailey is revealed to be a Buddhist, Levi says, and listens to a podcast about Buddhism.
Wait, I missed that. Wait, I
Yeah,
missed that.
Levi's at dinner and says, "Oh, Bailey has to listen to a podcast to sleep. It's like a Buddhist podcast." And Sierra's like, "Well, I dated a Buddhist, but he didn't have a couch, so I broke up with him. I want to date a Christian husband."
There's a lot of spooky things in that sentence. I missed a lot of that. I don't know
Yeah,
how I
that's
missed that.
because you were thinking about KJ and his dad probably.
Yeah, and just trying to think about who's the hottest guy in the
Yeah,
house.
yeah.
I'll drop it, I'll drop it.
What's the hottest religion-based podcast out there, Levi? Anyways,
Oh my
the crew at
god.
home get like Uber Eats and they play a
Wait,
game
which one would
where
you like? Which one would you do? Would you wanna go out with Sierra, Jesse,
I'd
Amanda,
rather be
Carl?
the home crew playing that game with sushi and a martini.
Yeah, me too. That'd be my
Yeah.
one.
And Mia says, "Let's play a game. 2 minutes to ask any question." And Kyle goes, "I'll start. Is Scott the one?" To Mia, yes, yes. Wes says, "Did Sierra say I was a dick before you got here?" And Mia's like, "Yeah, she did." And then Mia to Wes asks the question, "What are your intentions for the summer?" And Wes is like, "Last summer, it was kind of weird with Sierra and it was like unhappy." And then Kyle jumps in, "Do you want to make out with Sierra again?" And Wes is like, yeah." And Kyle's like, "It's a yes or no question." And he goes, "God damn it. Oh, oh, yeah, sure. Okay. I'll say yeah." I loved how I mean, he was really tortured by this easy question.
Well, it's because her bestie is sitting right there, right? That's probably why.
But do you think it was one of those things where he's like, now it could get back to Sierra that I want to make out with her, and that's like a kind of a win-win potentially because it'll go through her friend and not through me.
I don't he's like 2 martinis in after, like, lover boys all day. I don't even know that he could connect those dots probably. I just think he was just nervous to say it on camera more than anything. Like, he's, like, nervous to, like, own up to the fact that he, of course, hasn't stopped having feelings for her. I think that wait, are you like a team them person or are you a
No, I'm not.
team you're not?
I'm a team that ship has sailed, and I'm a team I really have grown to love Sierra, and I'm in love with my baby girl Wes. Like I love, but I'm sorry, I don't foresee, and I don't think you should be able to just have free sex. I don't think you should just
Yeah.
be able to like, I don't think even if she says it's like a female empowerment thing, which like she would be telling the truth, I don't think he should be able to enjoy that. I don't think he should get the spoils. I know that's my a fucked up way of thinking because I don't know. Like I know they flirt. I don't know if they do more. I don't think they're actively together right now at all. But I will say I think West. I like West a lot. I just don't want him to
I
screw up again.
I don't want them to screw up again. I think it's a bad idea to date each other when they're on this show. If one day we found out, like 10 years from now, when they've gone off to do other things, that they like somehow found each other, I think that'd be really cute. I think they really are
Yeah,
cute together. I just don't think in the
because they're
confines of the
both good
show they
looking
can do.
people with because they're good looking and they have a lot of charisma.
I know, but also like it's just she loves like the quirky guy, like funny guy. Like I think it just like I think they're good. I like them together, but I don't think they
See,
should do it on the show.
I feel like you are in the majority. I just feel like I'm losing. I feel like Amanda Batula. I feel like I'm losing my goddamn mind because I we ripped this guy to shreds a couple seasons ago, and we're now safely out of that, and now we're encouraging it to start back up again. Like not on my watch.
That's a good point, though. That is annoying, though, with a friend where you're like, "Wait, I thought we hated this." Like, you're like, "I thought we hated them," and then they're back
Exactly.
together, and you're like, "Wait,
What did you think of Wes' talking head outfit where he looks like Boys to Men
loved
with a
it,
little tie?
loved it, loved
Yeah,
it."
great, awesome.
I'm here for this, like,
Um,
kind of like rugby, like it's very like early 2000s pop group. Like, I'm here for it.
Yes, it's like Motown Philly back again,
Yep.
doing a little West Coast swing. Kyle's question is his biggest fear is not starting a family before his parents pass. And and
So funny. It's just like, why does he gotta bring the? He
yeah,
just brought it down. I'm like,
yeah.
Kyle.
And everyone's like, okay, we go back to the restaurant and Amanda's talking about the relationship. I thought we made so much progress last summer, but once cameras aren't around or evidence or proof, he's back to the same old shit where he can't be accountable. Why can't you stay consistent? That was a new piece of information. She's saying once the cameras go down, he goes back to the same shit. I'm like, that's a little more diabolical than the Kyle that we know.
So I have a theory that because they showed so much of the house dinner. They showed next to nothing of that dinner that
Yeah.
happened the other one. I think they talked a little too much shop about the show and, like, they didn't just couldn't really
Oh,
include a lot of
yeah.
it. Because that was the one thing they pulled, and I feel like she talked a lot of shit about him show and not show and what's different, what changes, and I feel like it was, like, not usable. I feel like producers are like, "We can't, like,
Hmm,
go this deep
I like that.
into the lore," because I thought it was so weird how we got nothing from them. When I wanted to hear what Carl and Jesse and Sierra had to say to her about, like, what how the day went, you know?
I'm enjoying the the yellowfin sushi. That was what
Yes.
Carl said at dinner. Um,
Oh,
so
is that a
anyways,
euphemism? Well, never mind.
no. I'm rock hard under the table at this restaurant, you
Is
guys.
anyone else really rock hard right now? Wait,
My nipples could cut glass right now.
me and I believe friend of this pod, Hannah Brown, who I love so much,
Raphael.
her and I have this running thing where we always talk about on Rock of Love how Bret Michaels would always go, "That really turns me on." And this feels in the same like world as that really turns me
Well, okay.
on.
I was thinking about that with the America's Next Top Model documentary. Will we have a 3-part Rock of Love documentary? And
So
I can guarantee you, we will not be as hard on Brett Michaels as we are on Tyra Banks.
of course not.
I
Of
was
course
just
not.
trying to get my fuck on, man.
We need so okay, if you guys don't know like the VH1 reality lore of like early 2000s, we had Flavor of Love and then we had Rock of Love and then they all spun off into all these things. But then there was a feeder into a show called I Love Money. And in the show I Love Money, there was like massive outside of the show drama. Like there was a murder, there was like
Yeah,
crazy
Megan
shit
wants a
that went down.
millionaire. Yeah.
Yeah, so that to me is raw. That whole universe is wrought for like a really salacious talk. So I need something out of that.
Yeah. I mean, I'm all for more making of documentaries of this period of time in reality TV.
Mhm.
Also, there was a show on last year called Dark Side of Reality TV on Vice that I thought was actually way better than I expected it to be. They did episodes on like Kid Nation. They did an episode, like a bunch of cool episodes. Anyways, back to this mess. We're back at the house and they asked like Kyle, like, hey, like, would you, Ben's like, would you mind, would you slow down on the DJ if Mando wanted you to? I don't know how to do an Australian
That
accent.
was so funny to me.
Eh. And Bailey goes, will you make time for her? And Kyle's like, well, I mean, I've only been DJing for a year, but if it means DJing less, and then the timer goes off, and like, he can't just fucking do it. He can't, he I don't know what it is that this man can like once he is set on something, he is set and like he is right and nobody can
Just
take him off.
just say yes. Like, he just needs to say sorry, say, "Yes, I'll pull back on DJing." Just make it appear that you care. Like, it just comes across like you don't care about investing in this relationship. You aren't making any
Yeah.
sacrifices. It's really it's a bummer.
So anyway, Saturday, 11:09 PM, they're at another club. Amanda's out in the wild. But at 12:29 AM, Carl and Amanda come back to the house. So they're only gone like an hour. And Amanda was only like out at the club for an hour and 20 minutes. At 3:05 AM, the rest of the group stumble back in. And like Sierra playfully locks West and Ben out. And West goes, that's the love of my life. Now, all you freaks out there are going, oh my God, West said he loved Sierra. West is you guys make it how am I supposed to like you guys don't want to be in these weird relationships with men and then this is why because West is hammered going you know how many times I've jokingly said I've said that's the love of my life to the TV. Like are you kidding me that this isn't I love West but this is not the height of romance. Give me a break.
Why did you just call me a freak?
Why? No, because I saw it online. People were like, "Did you hear it? Did you hear it?"
If she can love him at this level of sweat, she really loves him though, because like he walks in from this bar and it's wet t-shirt contest.
Yeah, yeah.
You can see those suckable nipples underneath that white shirt from the club. Who gets that wet at the club? I'm like, what are we doing? I'm like,
This
and the
guy
fact
right
that she,
here, dude. I get so nervous and I get so overheated. But like, this is very cute, and everyone's in the kitchen. They're making mac and cheese. Kyle has the faucet out and he's singing into it. I mean, this is like Kyle's
it was
married to the
fun.
summer house. Yeah,
I
it's fun.
know.
Wes is flirting with Sierra. Sierra in a talking head says he's on probation, and I'm a strict probation officer. But when the sun goes down, I'm allowed to clock out. And it takes way more brain power for me to not be flirty. And Sierra even goes upstairs and gets Wes standee and hangs it over the balcony and is like, West. And West, you can tell he's like, did she say my name? And then everybody's going to bed. And Wes is in the bedroom with Jesse, and he's like, that was the best night with Sierra in 1,000 years. Oh my God. And Jesse's like, I love that you judge the fun of the night based on how nice Sierra is to you. So this is very cute. I can agree this is cute.
Yeah, it is cute. And also weird that Jesse next week is like, I'm gonna make out with her now.
Exactly. After this, I mean, like after Wes is so excited and he comments on it, and in the preview for next week, we see Jesse going like, "Hey, what if I made out with Sierra?" And he's like, "Is that on the table?" And then in the
So
pool,
weird.
Wes goes, a lot of people would say you're a dickhead for saying that. And so I think that's in regards to that comment, or that might be sneaky editing. The show ends at 5:12 in the morning. Kyle is next to Amanda, and he goes, hey. And she's like, what? He goes, hey. She goes, hi. And he goes, I miss you. I miss you. I hope I can sleep. I think I've got a little anxiety. And then Amanda goes, the drinking doesn't help the anxiety. And Amanda in a talking head goes, Kyle is my boy. Kyle is my best friend. Unfortunately, I'm in love with. Everyone loves him. He walks into a room and he lights it up. It's how I feel too, but sometimes it's not enough. And Kyle in the scene goes, I don't understand you. I don't know what you want. So he's just laying in bed at 5:12 in the morning going, I don't understand you. I don't know what you want. I thought I knew. I don't know how it got so complicated. Amanda in a talking head goes, what's it going to take? The big changes need to be made. And I'm hurting something. I wrote it down sloppy. Anyways, Kyle goes, Anyways, let's go to bed. And she just goes, okay.
It's such a bummer. It really is. Like him talking to her while she's like half asleep.
At
Also, what
5:12 in
did
the
you?
morning, 5:12 in the morning.
That is crazy. Like you are going to sleep at 5 in the morning.
How are you up that long? I mean, like, and I'm not saying like, oh, he's like coke, and I'm not saying that, but like, legitimately, 5:12 in the morning.
Where I don't know where he gets that energy. Like he is how old is he? He's like 45. I'm like, where are you
He,
getting
I
this
mean, I
energy?
think he's in his 40s. Like, he really is. Like, and by the way, I do believe some people are just wired differently, and I think he's one of those
Yeah.
people. But 5:12 in the morning, after you've spent a weekend having intense conversations with your wife about partying, like that's a choice.
She didn't he say I thought we didn't he say like we're gonna come home at midnight tonight? Like or like
Yeah.
earlier that
Yes,
day?
he told
Yeah.
KJ he can't go that hard again,
Right.
and he goes even harder.
Oh god.
Anyways, Lindsay's
It's
back
rough.
next week, you guys. Lindsay comes back next week. Tom, overall, what did you think of this episode if you were rated 1 to 10?
I would give it like a 7. Jam packed. I mean, we had a lot of
I'd
stuff
go
to
7. I'd go 7.5 because I like sadness.
okay. I like that.
Yeah.
I love the interpersonal relationships too. So like it definitely is and we're off to a very intriguing start of the season. And you know what? At first, I was hesitant because like we know how it ends, and maybe this will feel like a chore. But it is nice, a chore watching them fall apart. It is nice to know there's like a level of relief knowing that they do get to a place at some point that is good because we're in that
Yeah.
and in our current timeline. So
Yeah, I mean 3 episodes. I mean, we're just barely scratching the beginning of this season, so I'm scared to where it's gonna go from here. And we still have the Carl Kyle fight to go. We have a lot of things happening. But more importantly, Tom Hamlett has a podcast called Dumpster Dive. So, immediately we need you to go subscribe to the YouTube channel. I've told you to subscribe to the podcast, but what are you doing if you're not? You know, he does Summer House recaps, but he also does America's Next Top Model. He also has amazing guests. He's also like, I don't know what I need. Do I need to go to your house and make you subscribe to this show, you guys?
no, Ryan,
I mean,
the listeners, your listeners. I want to shout out your listeners. They are always so kind to me when I'm
they're
on
great
here, and they give me so
because
much
you're
support. So
good. Because
well,
you're good.
that's very
There's
sweet.
a I was talking to, Sandra this week, and I was like, I wish there was more. I'm not slamming anybody else, but I'm just saying, like, I wish more people were like, it's easy to support Tom because Tom's good at what he does. I said, Tom has a different voice, you know? It's like, I've been doing this now a long time where you're like, there's certain people that you're like, oh, this guy has it. He has his own thing. And the only thing that I can do is just try to make sure other people know that thing. And so go know his thing, you guys. Let's see what kind of nipples this guy has, right? Oh, sorry for that last part. Sorry. Hey,
Subscribe to
hey,
the YouTube.
Tom, you want to hit the big leagues? Let me see those nips.
Ryan, who's the hottest guy on the stream yard right now?
I'm
No,
serious,
Ryan,
you guys.
I appreciate
Yeah,
you so much.
yeah.
I appreciate you so much, and it means the world for you to say those
You made
things.
you made this fly, dude. This is what I'm looking for is to have a good time. So I know the people out there had a good time today too. So let's go show Tom our support and anything that you need from me, it is done. So thanks, man.
Yes, thank you, and thanks, guys. Thanks for listening.
Hey, thank you. Bye, bye, bye.
Thank you, guys.